Welcome to Gently Pressed,
where we iron out the wrinkles of the fashion world.
Hi, welcome back to Gently Pressed. I'm Nidra.
I'm Danielle.
And today we're going to do some hot topics.
Let's get into it.
How are you doing, by the way?
I'm good. It's been a minute.
I know.
I missed you.
What's been going on?
A lot in the fashion world.
That is true.
A lot.
I will say, though, we do want to put out that we're sorry about, like, the LA fires and stuff.
For sure.
Obviously, that pushed back the critics' choice, but, like, that's not important. We just hope that everyone is safe and hope to rebuild.
Being sound and safe and sound with their families and getting all the help that they need in a time like this. So.
Exactly, yes. Okay, so do you want to get into some topics about fashion?
Yeah.
Okay, so first one I have is, I think this went on for like a month and really took over everyone's timeline. After the Workin, Walmart's Birkin, which looked so real.
Yeah.
I almost bought it. And then I was like, oh, let me wait. And then I waited too late.
Yeah. Listen, I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, no, me either. But I will say, so for Walmart, because of this, they were able to sign a partnership with Rebag for an assortment of secondhand luxury pieces. So Rebag does Hermes, Dior, Louis Vuitton, Chanel, and now that will be sold through Walmart as well.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a bad thing at all. I mean, because you look at TJ Maxx.
Oh, yeah.
TJ Maxx has had designer bags in their stores for how long now? So I'm glad that Walmart is like going into that
I feel like they needed
area.
to.
Yeah, they needed to.
Yeah. Because I feel like we already deal with dupes on fast fashion and then also on like Amazon.
Yeah.
That Walmart has been here for so long. And I think like Walmart's biggest competition, in my opinion, it could be different, is like Target. And I feel like with Target, they really said like, no, we want to do this right. And took on doing like fashion with younger people and creating these like edits.
Yeah.
And now I feel like Walmart partnering with Rebag is kind of like their way of bringing in that luxury market.
And I think it's a great way to make these designer handbags more accessible.
Yeah.
Because when you think about it anyway, like people are like going to go to sites like DHgate and purchase dupes anyway.
Yeah.
But now you have a store that's closer by to where you live. It's easier to say, oh yeah, I'm going to go shop here today and see what designer find I can get.
Yeah.
In a price range that I can afford.
Yeah. And I mean, it's secondhand. So it's like many seasons ago, but I don't care.
Listen,
I can't stay with the trends.
I can't afford Hermes prices right now.
No.
So, hey.
But I don't think they're going to sell Birkins on Walmart. It's going to be like scarves and keychains. Hermes is not the way people want Birkins so bad that I don't think they're going to sell through Rebag. But I think it's a start.
Yeah. Or like maybe like your little wallets or something. Like, something like small leather goods, not like major. But we'll see.
I'm excited to see.
Yeah.
Next one is Jack McCullough and Lazara Hernandez, the founders of Parenza Scholler. They are stepping down as creative directors starting January 31st.
It's not I'm not sad about it. They've been doing this for what, 20 plus years?
Yeah.
Like, I get it. It's time for, a fresh face to be leading. And so I'm not mad at that.
I just feel like there's been so many changes that's like, we're kind of numb to it at this point.
Yeah. But I feel like maybe it's us that has to adapt. But, we all have this thing where it's like, for, someone like Valentino, where somebody comes in and they don't do what they're supposed to do with the house. So for them, they for example, they're going to serve on a board and also be shareholders.
Yeah.
and their CEO, Shira, she's going to actually be dedicated to looking for someone who will honor their codes.
Yeah.
So, you know, when you have a vision already set up to the fact that you won't just accept anybody, I don't think that it's going to be something that falls.
Yeah, no, so. I think that, like you said, they've been doing this since they found the brand.
Yeah.
I think also we've just been seeing so many changes especially in like 2024 and still in 2025 of creative directors shifting. Yeah. So I think this was right for them at the moment. Like you said, I just hope that they find someone that does honor them and continues to show what they portrayed and doesn't try to change the brand as a whole, because we've seen examples where changing a creative director sometimes hinders the brand.
Exactly.
And doesn't help the brand. So
yeah,
fingers crossed. But yeah. Next is Jamil Muhammad won the first ever Tiffany & Co. / X CFDA Jewelry Award.
I'm rooting for everybody black.
Yes.
Everybody black. Like, I'm so excited for it.
I'm excited because he gets $50,000 plus a fellowship with Tiffany.
Yeah.
In their jewelry making process. So they had to present like what they like special pieces that they want in a capsule collection.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see it come to life.
I was reading an article from Vogue that they did with the interview on him, and he was saying that in his dorm, he would always watch Breakfast at Tiffany's and sketch.
Oh, wow.
So I feel like this is a full circle moment for him.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it super exciting, because you know, you see somebody like just continuously put in the hard work and then you see it come to fruition. It's like,
yeah,
amazing.
No, it's very beautiful, and I'm excited for him.
Yeah. I think he's gonna do
I'm excited
great
to see the capsule collection. It's
going
to be good.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what he comes up with.
Okay, so the next thing is my favorite thing is the Louvre will have its first ever fashion exhibit, and they are doing pretty much like the Met Gala, where they're going to also do a fundraising gala. It's called Le Grand Dîner du Louvre. I hope I said that correct. It's literally like a large dinner at the Louvre, but it's just better in French. But they're celebrating the exhibition, which is art and fashion statement pieces, which trace precious objects from the Byzantine times through the Second French Empire. So fashion designers are met with, they have to make sure that they bought tables, but their outfits have to match that
like time period.
Yeah, Byzantine to French Second Empire.
Now, will that always remain their theme, or is that just like
I think
first
this is
one?
just their exhibition this year.
Okay.
Their exhibition is Byzantine to Second. So it's just like how right now with the Met Gala, their exhibition is going to be the African American tailoring. So people have to dress compared to that. So that's all they're saying is like they want grand ball gown type of designing for this gala.
I really hope that they have a red carpet. Like, I want to be able to see this.
I think they will. I feel like anytime, even
like
when there's
TV, like you know, like I want to be able to see it,
like a red, like how E! News does red carpet for Met Gala. I don't know. Maybe it'll be in like France then.
Yeah.
Or like Vogue.com might do it.
I'm gonna have to get like a VPN.
Yeah. But maybe like Vogue.com will do it on streaming.
I think that would be a good idea.
I feel like that would be good. But I'm excited to see. I think the Met Gala is such a staple, especially having fashion exhibit.
Yeah, so seeing this
that
in France.
It would be great to have that in Louvre because Paris Fashion Week is so big.
Yeah.
And it ends Fashion Week. So they're going to have this as the beginning of Fashion Week. So they'll have this and then Fashion Week begins in Paris. So I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be good.
Oh, I know it's going to be good.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't even think the looks will miss.
We're going to be very busy though, because it's literally going to be the Oscars on the 2nd.
Yeah.
And then March 4th is going to be the gala.
A lot happening in fashion, people. A lot.
Well, this is like the time it's going to be crazy
like,
till March. Actually, yeah. Then we have like a mini break in April, and then May is Met Gala, and then we have a little break until Couture. Yeah, it's going to be a lot.
A lot, but I'm excited for it.
A lot until August.
Yeah.
August is when everyone can rest.
We're going with it. This is what we love.
Next one is MM6 Maison Margiela hosted its first menswear only fashion show as a guest designer for PT Yomo.
Now,
did you see it?
Yes.
Okay.
So I will say that it wasn't too far off from what Margiela already puts out.
Yeah.
So I don't think that was like, there was like no twists or turns really. I think what he did bring to it was that he really likes the like 90s club culture.
Yeah.
So I think seeing that play out on runway was nice. And he also thinks that fashion is something that doesn't have to remain on the runway. So he made it really engaging where after the show was over, like the models like remained in their looks and engaged with the audience. So I think it's nice when you want people to see the work up close, right?
Yeah.
Not just on the runway platform.
Yeah. I mean, it's nice that he finally had his first fashion show for his menswear collection.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I think it's exciting that it's branching out and we're able to see more designers do like be guest designers. I think that's always cool.
Yeah. But I wonder if because this was such a success that he'll remain with them.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I mean, I wouldn't dislike it. I think he did a great job.
Yeah. Or PT Homo might do like guest designers each time.
Yeah.
Like how Balmain Olivier, he did a guest designing. Who was it for? Was it Jacques Muse? No.
Oh, girl.
He was a guest designer for someone's collection. And it was really cool. But I think a lot of houses are trying to do that to just like see what other creative designers are bringing to the table, especially with all these creative directors moving. I think this is like the safest way to do it to see what their customer resonates with.
Especially if you want to like take control of the process of not moving too fast.
Yeah.
Of selecting a new creative director right away. I think it's good to have guest designers as an option so that you're just taking the proper steps and like making sure you're doing everything that you possibly can to ensure that it's going to be a success going forward.
Yeah.
So I think it's great.
Well, I'm going to talk about something that kind of resonates with this of maybe this house should have done a certain creative director as a guest designer before signing a contract because did you see the 2025 Joy Awards in Saudi Arabia?
I sure did.
Now, I loved Kristen and Balmain, even though I feel like someone else wore that outfit. I don't know who.
I can't think of who, though.
But I remember that skirt from someone. But she looked great. And then Amanda Seyfried and Valentino. At this point, I just bring up Valentino because I want to hear Danielle rant for a good 5 minutes.
So the minute I saw it, I messaged Nidra and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Please tell me.
It is consistency with staying in the olden times.
But at this point, I feel like no, not even we're. He's losing hindsight of even what he considered his collection to be. Because you tell us it's 70s inspired, but then you're giving us Little House on the Prairie. First of all, when you look at it on the model, there is a heart-shaped cutout on the model. And like, yes, it does have some ruffles. And on the model, there's a little more shape. It's a little more, what's the silhouette called? Is it A-line when it goes straight down? Mm-hmm. Okay. On her, it looked like it looked like she pulled it out of her grandma's closet from the 1920s.
Yeah.
Like, it's like,
but also that's on the stylist as well, because when I saw it on the model, I was like, I really like the cutout. at the top. I know Amanda Seyfried's shorter than the model would be, but I would think even if it is for one day occasion, I'm going to somehow
tailoring people.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say they should have tailored it in some way that
bring it in.
Yeah.
She drowned in all of them ruffles.
Yeah. So,
what are we doing over at Valentino?
I just want to know if the sales are matching. You get what I'm saying?
I highly doubt it.
But I want to see that, because if he is getting a lot of people buying this and Valentino's being successful, then I feel like we got to eat our words. You know what I mean? But if the sales are reflecting how we're feeling, then I feel like Valentino needs to make a decision.
I mean, but still, like, even not. It's not just me. It's not just you. Like, when
I'm not saying when I say we, I mean,
online,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, when I say we, I mean like the people that have a lot of questions, because when you see these celebs in these outfits, like, we're obsessed with Coleman Domingo, and the last 2 times he's been on a carpet, it's been in Valentino, and I'm like, what the actual hell is happening?
Yeah, contracts is definitely being signed.
Yeah, but even when we see other celebs, I'm just like, why does it feel like you're pulling this out of your grandmother's closet? It doesn't look like it should be made today.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of times we pull from back then to bring it here, but modernize it. And I don't feel like his collections are modernized. They're just back then. And I'm like, what is going on in your brain?
It's giving thrift store, but like,
and it's
in
just
the wrong
so
way.
Disrespectful to Valentino. Like,
he's lost the core values of that brand. Lost it.
Yeah. There's just like no silhouette the way you know Valentino to be. And I know I always bring up Paolo, but even before, when it was Mr. Valentino, he celebrated women's figures and made sure to tailor it in a way where you can see them and compliment them.
But here's also what I'm not understanding, right? Because Alessandro, when he was at Gucci, he did a great job with women's wear.
Yeah.
So, like, okay, I could understand if your men's wear wasn't doing that great here at Valentino.
Yeah, but your women's wear was amazing.
But both of them are just like, there's a complete disconnection now.
There's no connection to him being at Gucci to now.
Like,
I need him to like put down the 70s.
And you've lost Valentino.
Yeah. I need him to put down the book of like looking past of Valentino and like bring us back to the future.
I don't even think it is past Valentino.
That's what they keep saying. Like, every time you look at the press releases, they always say, oh, he's bringing it back to the 70s core, or like what Valentino was this time. And it's like, stop going back.
Have you seen anything from the 70s that Valentino had then look like this? No.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. He needs to
stop.
0
cents. Please stop lying. The general public doesn't need it.
Yeah, I'm not understanding, and it's kind of just like frustrating at this point, because I'm just wondering, I just need to see the sales, because I'm just wondering, are we just not getting what they're trying?
They're not showing the sales.
Are we behind on the trend?
The sales aren't there. If it was, I feel like they would have already been able to show that proof. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I feel like we also have to look for it, because they do have shareholders, so they definitely put that out there. So I know right now luxury markets they're being affected.
Okay.
But I really wonder where they are, like standing wise, because usually they're like 6 or 8.
Yeah.
So now if they're lower, then yeah, it's not good.
Yeah. Let's look into it.
Yeah.
Because I really want to know.
Yeah. Okay. Next thing is why Project ceased operations after 14 years, failing to find a buyer.
Honestly, it's sad.
It's very sad,
because this is the perfect example of someone that's, it's a small brand.
Mm-hmm. They only have 25 employees.
Yeah, a very small brand. And like, even Glenn Martin's, like, he said that it has so much capability, but it's just that they're small. They have a smaller team. Mm-hmm. And like, it's sad to see them go out like this, because there's so much talent. Like, you've never seen denim manipulated in so many different ways.
Yeah.
The way that they've done it. So
I hope that even though he had to cease operations, I hope Glenn Martin's finds somewhere to be a creative director somewhere else.
Yeah.
Because I really loved Y Project. So I think that his idealism of creating needs to be somewhere else.
And I think like it would be great if he does have ability to do that, because for example, J.W. Anderson, like he has Loewe along with his own brand. So I feel like if Glenn is able to have Diesel and still take on Y Project, I think that would be the magical option.
Yeah.
But I feel like if it was the option on the table, like it would have happened, right? We wouldn't be to this point, maybe.
Yeah. I feel like they tried their best.
Yeah.
And no one bought.
And it's so interesting because it's like, why?
Well, it could have been like people pitched, but the pricing was just disrespectful that they didn't want to sell. Or they had too many stipulations.
Yeah.
Because when you go into, like, if someone's buying your company, there's so many things that you have to agree on. It's a contract at the end of the day. So it could have just been they did not agree with what the buyers were bringing.
True.
So they thought,
like, in this industry, it comes with a lot of pride and a lot of ego. And like every, you know,
and also businessmen are disrespectful. Let's just be honest with that.
Sometimes it really isn't fair. So
yeah.
Especially with the little man.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, last thing is Men's Fashion Week is going on right now.
Yes.
And I would love to hear some of your highlights. Okay. And then like I'll go on with you as well.
Okay. So let me start with, you know, Dolce & Gabbana, they suck as human beings. But in fashion, they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Okay?
If only they weren't racist.
Exactly. But I gotta give it to them because with their day wear, I was like, wow. We have leather bomber jackets.
Yeah.
Faux furs. We have like the faded denim. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
This is like effortless chic. And I'm like, I can definitely see a lot of men pulling off these looks, whether it's a full look or not. The full looks looked amazing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't hate it. Sometimes I hate a full runway look because I don't think it's always necessary. I think you can pull like different pieces and put it together and make something beautiful.
Yeah.
But I thoroughly enjoyed the day wear looks. But the evening wear, we're talking like suits with wide lapels. We're talking antique gold brooches, crystal brooches. I'm like, we haven't seen anything like this in a long time. And like when I think Met Gala, I'm like, hey, this like.
I think a lot of people are going to be wearing Dolce & Gabbana on the carpet. Yeah.
I'm
after
excited
this show.
for it.
Yeah.
I think they did an amazing job. Who else? Let me continue.
I'd say one, and this is just because I love suiting a lot on men.
Yeah.
I really loved Bruno Cucinelli's, what is it called? The showcasing.
Okay.
It was a lot of, even though it was very tailored and very suiting, it was also colorful, which I loved. Like they had a red blazer with a black pant.
And I think that's what we need, especially in menswear.
And they also had like a yellow, it was nice. It was like a fresh look.
Yeah.
And I was also like, oh, I can see someone wearing this on the carpet. Like, I hope people do try to take this. Like, it was, and like, even like some of them, you can mix and match like what, even though they styled it a certain way, like you can see that certain pieces can like be interchangeable.
For sure.
Yeah. Which I liked a lot.
I think it's definitely something fresh because, like I said, I do want to see a lot more color come on carpets and like different premieres and things. I really love it.
And even just the way they had their presentation, like the people that came, like the celebrities and stuff, like they also were in suiting. So it just felt like a gentleman's club, and I kind of loved it.
Yeah, it's really
just
really
felt
nice to see
rich.
everything come together.
Yeah, it just felt
With
rich
a
and like
full vision.
old money,
Yeah.
and I was like, ooh. Might have to get Jamie a Brunello Cucinelli suit.
Yes. And then like photograph him in like this old like money background type.
Oh my God, I don't know why, but I always say, like, when we get married, I just want a picture of him and like all his friends and they're suiting, and like they're like positioned in some way where you see all of them, but they're all like looking away, and like they all smoke, so like smoke is around them, but
That's
like in a
dope.
tasteful way.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, with
I like
sunglasses. No one steal my idea. Okay.
Full vision. I love it. Somebody else that I thoroughly enjoyed, Sechu. I think that was really nice. So like I told you, like I've been to China before, but they're Japanese. So I like seeing things like Japanese art and landscapes be not just like not just like a painting.
Yeah.
But in this collection, like you've seen their like Japanese landscapes on silk and actually incorporated in the designs, which I thought was fantastic. You don't see a lot of traditions like that anymore. And I think also with in the suiting, like he had the obi style belts incorporated.
Okay.
And I think that's really good to see, like when somebody still remains like dedicated to their roots but display it on modern day fashion. I think that's
and that's where I think Valentino goes wrong, is they were able to bring tradition, but modernize it. And Alessandro is bringing so-called tradition, but keeping it in the tradition. And it's like, especially, what I think it is, and I say this respectfully. I think with the times that we're in and the way the government is coming for women, to see him create outfits that are so like a lot of fabric covering a lot, it makes me nervous. You get what I'm saying? And I think that's why I also have like a hard time, is because it's like we're already fighting not going back to those times, and then you're bringing back those times, and it's like it's not the right time.
Not for that. Absolutely not.
Yeah, and I think that's why when you saw Amanda Seyfried, I was like, why are we covering up everything?
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That is a very good point.
I think because of the times we're in, I was just like, it hit something. I was just like, this is a little nerve-wracking. Yeah.
I didn't think about it like that. Because like,
but think about all of his,
like with the heart cut out, but like now it's just like full ruffle right
but
there.
even like when he did his first collection, and like when Hari Neff wore it, like they covered everything. So it's just like not.
Yeah,
I'm just like,
what are you really doing?
Yeah.
See, I feel like we've been on to you for a long time. we've been there, but you know what?
We're just gonna stay calm.
I'm never letting Alessandro slide with this Valentino mess. Like,
he needs to get it together.
Just not. I'm sorry, my foot is on your neck this entire time.
Yeah, but it needs to be.
Yeah.
Somebody
has to hold you accountable.
Yeah.
Like.
Okay, sorry,
but
go ahead with your. No, you keep going.
Oh, me? Okay. So.
Or is there one that you didn't love?
Yeah. So Prada.
Okay.
Usually
they're
usually really good.
Yeah.
So with them, I feel like they normally like have very clean looks, very it's very modern, but like classic.
Yeah.
This time in this collection, they were saying that they really wanted to blend spontaneity and romance. And I'm just like, okay, Michia, what's happening? Because it's like you and Raph both lost the vision.
Okay. I haven't seen it yet, so that's why I'm just like taking it in.
I saw online that somebody said that this collection was very please correct me if I'm saying it wrong. Is it Van Dries Noten?
Van Dries.
Van Dries?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't want to say Dries and it'd be like.
I think it's
Dries.
Van Dries, yeah.
Okay, so.
I could be wrong
very,
too.
Van Dries coded.
Mm.
And in a way, I could see it. Because when you look at Prada's past visions, it's never been this. I don't want to say all over the place, but never been this coordinated.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like normally we have looks that look like it's supposed to be together, and nothing looked like that in this collection.
Interesting.
So I'm kind of disappointed by that.
Yeah.
It's not.
I feel like also, I will say though, like I said, I haven't seen the collection, but I feel like Prada's always ahead of the curve. So maybe they're seeing something that we haven't yet, that maybe they're like shocking the waves. You know what I mean?
But here's the thing too. It's like I don't dislike spontaneity.
Yeah.
Right. I feel like if you do it right, then you can create something very beautiful.
Yeah.
But I feel like this collection had so many different visions.
Got it.
That there wasn't one set.
Oh, so you like didn't see the story. And
yeah, exactly.
Okay. I get what you're saying.
And so it's like, okay, yes, spontaneity is good, but you can tell there was no structure.
Okay.
And sometimes we need structure.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely see it and then I'll give you my opinion after.
Yeah.
I know it's still going on right now, Men's Fashion Week.
Yeah.
I know Xenia presented today. I haven't seen it yet, but I always love their collections. So I'm just excited.
That's something to look forward to. Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah. And there's so many more good things coming up. Like I'm not disappointed by Men's Fashion Week.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're seeing a lot. And here's the other thing too. It's like ever since we started our podcast, and doing a lot more research, I've been seeing a lot more other houses and brands that I've never been exposed to.
Yeah.
So I think that's something that's very
exciting.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm looking forward to seeing what else comes out during.
Well, I mean, Women's Fashion Week is going to start soon in February. We have a very busy February because since the LA fires, they moved the Critics' Choice. They still have the Grammys.
Yeah.
They have SAG. They have Fashion Week or Fashion Month because it's New York, London, Milan, and
back to
then
back.
Paris. And then Oscars in March. Then the Louvre Gala. And then
we're going to be busy bees.
Yeah.
Busy.
I'm excited though. I think I've been ready for it, you know?
Yeah, and we're ready for a lot more exposure and just doing more things with Gently Pressed. And we just hope that you guys stay along with us for the ride.
Yes, please like and subscribe and tell your friends.
For sure.
Yes. I think that's it, right?
That's it.
Okay. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.